else is in the Christmas spirit already? Today I have some easy and fun ways to get the same look for less money. These neutral colored Kirkland's dupes look just as good as the originals for much cheaper. So let's get crafting on the first Christmas DIY. I love the design of this little tree. I think it could work in so many places, like on your dining table or sitting on an entryway table. But let's try to make it for way less than $30. This is a great one to start with because it's the easiest. We'll start with a box, and you can use whatever size box that you have handy. This one is part of a box that a pair of sunglasses came in. You will also need some foam core from Dollar Tree. Most of the supplies we're using today come from Dollar Tree, which is what makes these DIYs so low cost. I'm just measuring what size I want the tree to be based on the box, which will be the base for our tree. I'm creating this tree in Adobe Illustrator. I am a designer for a living, so I love putting these printables together for you guys. You can find this one over on my blog, artsycupcake.com. Today I'm joining in a collab with my super crafty friends. We're all doing Christmas decor ideas, so make sure to check out the playlist in the description box below. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for new crafts and DIYs every week. It just takes a second. You just go and click that little subscribe button. I'm going to paint the box a light shade of brown. And now we just take the printout and use some spray mount to attach it to the foam core. Then use an X-Acto knife to cut this out. I had already painted these dome-shaped stickers from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to glue them right onto the edge of the tree. I used a line of glue on the bottom of the foam core tree to attach it to this box. This actually sticks really well, but if you need a little more support on yours, you could add a Jenga block or two behind the tree to help it stand up straight. Here were the supplies we had to pick up for this project. And here is mine compared to the Kirkland's one. I think this is a pretty close dupe, but let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. This wooden sign is so cute with the little village, and I love the words Silent Night at the top. It looks like some of the houses are flat and others are three-dimensional, so let's try to recreate this same look for less than $80. You can pick up wooden shims at Home Depot or Lowe's for just a few dollars. I laid these next to each other, and then I used two on the back to secure them all together. E6000 works great for this, and then I laid something heavy on them overnight while they dried. I'm just trimming up some bamboo skewers, and I'm putting these into styrofoam so that I can give these a coat of white spray paint. And I'm using my miter shears to do this. Now for the design, I'm just creating this in Illustrator. You can either use the pen tool to trace the house shapes, or the trace and expand tool, which does most of the work for you. There's usually some cleaning up to do with this tool, but it is close enough since we'll be trimming off the edges of these houses anyway. The Kirkland's inspiration piece seemed to have some three-dimensional elements to it, which I really like. So I'm cutting out a few pieces of foam core to add these as windows or doors, and I'm also going to glue a few of the houses onto the foam core and then trim those out. I found that the flat piece of paper stuck well with the spray mount, and the ones that I had put onto the foam core were easier to glue down with a hot glue gun. Now for the words Silent Night at the top. I'm using erasable markers, so if we make a mistake, we can always go back and fix it. But I am using a light color first, just to make sure that I like how it looks. Once I'm happy with it, I went over the pink with a brown marker. I love this abstract tree artwork. Let's make something similar for much less than $35. Dollar Tree seems to have these little rectangular signs for every season. I'm gluing these together with E6000 and using these clips to hold it in place overnight. I did get those clips at Dollar Tree and they hold really well. Because some of those signs were bowed, they didn't fit together as seamlessly as I wanted. There are just a couple spots where I want to fill in the gaps. So I used some wood filler and sanded it smooth. I mixed some brown and white paint, but sometimes it can look a little bit too pink if you just do brown and white. So I like to add either a little gray or some black in there to tone down the pink. This took about 2 coats to fully cover the boxes. Now for the fun part, coming up with the designs for those trees. What I really love about this sign is you can make it your own and put your personal spin on it by getting creative and figuring out different ways to make those little Christmas trees. I'm going to trim out some foam core into triangles and also use some bamboo skewers to create the trees. But I encourage you to try to come up with new ways to make these trees, and it'll really personalize it, and it's fun to try to figure out new ways to do things. Don't forget to subscribe for more home decor ideas every week. And if you want to see even more Christmas crafts, then I will make sure to link that playlist in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a creative day. Bye!